You're listening to Luxury Insider, a podcast that highlights the hottest trends and innovations in the world of luxury. Hosted by Invennt Luxe. Hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss an episode. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm your host Sarah Hall and welcome to our Luxury Insider podcast. Today we're going to be diving into sustainability, self-care, how you can feel your very best self. And we have joining me for today's podcast is Laura Tudor, who is the co-founder and with her husband Kieran Tudor of Centered. Welcome to the show. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about you?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. It's so lovely.
We're matching in pink.
Yeah, of course. So, hi, I'm Laura Tudor. I'm the founder of Centered. So, we are a hair care, scalp care, and nutrition company.
Awesome. Okay, so very excited to have you on the show, and let's dive right into it. So Ben is a friend of yours, and for our viewers, you know Ben. He's one of our main hosts on the show. So it's exciting to have you in here because our new Luxury Insider podcast is all about fashion, beauty, skincare, and I mean, that's your go-to, right? But he did tell me a little bit about your past, and you were in the fashion industry for about 10 years, is that right?
Yeah, I had my own brand, I had my own studio up in Mayfair, actually. Yeah, I had that for quite some time.
That's exciting. And he told me actually something secret for our viewers that you used to, maybe it's not a secret, but you used to design hats for very famous people, famous people. Let's spill the beans on that.
Yeah, so I actually made hats for Beatrice. I made some hats. Okay, so we actually, for my own company, I did, oh my goodness, Pippa Middleton, we did Paloma Faith, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's exciting.
But I did used to work for another designer as well called Philip Tracy, and we made some amazing things for hats there.
And how did you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I mean, it was everything. It's I always kind of knew that I wanted to do that. It's very niche.
Yeah, definitely. So is it like the Fascinators? I'm from Canada, so we just hats,
yeah. Yeah, it is, but it was more kind of the art side of things. So it's almost like I kind of love sculpture and I loved working with my hands. I loved art, and it just kind of happened to be that with making hats, you got to do all of that.
Very creative. Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. I loved it.
I love that. And so about the hats, like what made you switch from working in the fashion industry and all that creative design and then starting your own company and starting Centered?
So I actually it was my own company before as well, but I realized that I kind of made the business like me. Like if I wasn't there, then the business kind of didn't exist, and I just was working like crazy hours, and I ended up just burning out completely.
I feel that. I think we all do.
I had like zero boundaries. It was like work, 7 days a week, and I just kind of lost my passion for it. And I think if I was working that hard, I just had to like kind of really have that spark and that flair. But I decided I came to the place in my business where I either need to expand and hire a bigger team, or I had the opportunity to change direction, and I changed the latter, thankfully. But it was a very, very stressful time. I felt like I was failing, and it was a case of going back to the drawing board for me. So
kind of like starting from scratch. And so I know that your hubby, he was he's a famous hairstylist, isn't he?
He's a famous hairstylist.
That's awesome. So did you guys, did you get the idea because you were seeing him work on hair so much, or
no?
Or was it just something you thought of?
No, not at all. So actually, so closing my previous business was, like I said, really stressful.
Sounds like it, yeah.
And like what actually happened, like a few months later, I experienced like the physical effects of the stress and started to lose quite a lot of my hair. I think I lost I think I lost like a third of my hair in total, in a very short space of time. It was very stressful.
Women watching the podcast and men, some of our hosts even will understand what hair loss is like. Yeah, I mean, so that's scary and stressful.
So scary. I mean, hair is a huge part of our identity, right?
It is, totally.
And when it was happening, I just was so worried, and I was like, oh my goodness, like how can I get this to stop? And very luckily, I'm married to Kieran, obviously. I was able to come home to him, like ask what was happening, and we just did this like deep dive into what was going on. And I did a lot of research. I got blood tests, all these kind of things. Yeah. And I tried a lot of products in the market, and I actually was just so disappointed, which was for the products that were out there.
Right.
And I kind of just came to the conclusion. Well, we started trying different things actually myself, like kind of home remedies.
Testing on yourself, right? To see what worked, what could help you with your hair loss. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
And then we kind of just came up with the idea for the brand, and like I said, I was so disappointed with so many products out there, and I was like, I can do this so much better. So that was kind of the starting point for Scented.
And I think I said that you're the co-founder, but you're the founder, right?
Yeah.
So my bad about that. Yeah. Sorry, apologies.
I know, cute.
No. It's just because I saw both of you on the website, and I was thinking, okay.
No,
but
we are,
sounds like he's your number one fan.
No, he's amazing. He's amazing, and he brings like a lot to the company anyway, of course, like with his like expertise.
Definitely,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. So what kind of market does Centered serve then for the main part?
Yeah, so we really serve like men and women like yourself and myself, like hardworking, kind of going out there, change making, like earth shaking, looking to find those like much needed moments of calm. Right. Because like stress is a major trigger for hair loss. So everything about the brand is just kind of like helping you kind of relax, lower those cortisol levels, and like helping you just feel good. Because when our hair looks good, and is when we feel good, and when we feel good, we can do anything we set our minds to, and kind of keep on earth shaking.
That's so true. So you're selling it to me like I get stress eczema. Sometimes you give a product for that.
No, literally we do. We literally do. It's our hero treatment. It's it's a massage oil.
And how does that work? So what kind of like innovation goes into how that would help my eczema from stress?
Yeah, of course. So this particular product is like it's really nourishing essential oil. So you apply it to your scalp. It has like salicylic acid in there. We call it skincare for your scalp. So it's like because so often like we pay so much attention to our skin and our bodies, but we forget that our scalp is part of our skin, and maybe we don't pay enough attention to it. But yeah, it's really, really nourishing, but it has this magic power. It has this ingredient in it that as soon as it touches water, it turns into a cream, so it washes out really, really easily.
Like
yeah, it's really
good.
Special. I would highly recommend it.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
So we talked a little bit about at the beginning how we're gonna talk about sustainability. I've heard that your products are sustainable, and also that some of the bottles are recycled. Is that accurate?
Yeah. So it's I actually started with like a grassroots approach when I was starting the brand, and I went to waste plants and recycling plants to really understand like the life cycle of a product, what happens to it after we throw it in the bin. And I was at the beginning considering all these different materials: glass, aluminium, biodegradable materials, bioplastics, like all these different incredible materials. But actually I did this like big 360, and after doing the research, making it as easy as possible for the end consumer to be responsible. I wanted to kind of do that for them. So actually the most universally recycled material is PET, which is what drinks bottles are made from.
Yes, right, okay.
So I use this like post-consumer recycled plastic, or the PET, meaning that when it's put into the recycling, it's like closes that loop. It's like the one that's going to be most recycled. So this is kind of like, that was the main point, but we've like every single component is very carefully considered, and we now have a sustainability partner where for every bottle sold we remove 10 times the amount of plastic out of the environment.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you share your partner's name? Or?
They're called Repurpose Global, and we invest directly in a project in India, in Dehradun. Nice. So it's like you can actually see the direct impact of what we're like.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's like it's such a great thing to be involved with.
It's a positive impact you're making. Again, and also for climate change too. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, it feels like it's never enough. Like it feels like we're just constantly trying to like innovate and kind of come up with better ideas.
The next thing. What's the next thing we can help with?
We have a shampoo bar as well, which is like zero, or it's like very, very low waste, because zero waste is kind of like a bit of greenwashing, so we
that's true.
Low waste, but it's also like 99.75% biodegradable, so it means like when it gets into the waterway it's really, really safe and that kind of thing. So we've been trying lots of different things.
Sounds like you're doing lots of good stuff. What would you say makes your products unique?
unique. I would say that we take like an inside out and outside in approach, because I feel like with many hair care brands, it's very like cosmetic. So it's very a case of like, put it on, it's going to look like okay for a day, and then it kind of washes it off. Whereas for us, we look like the whole picture. So we're taking inside with like our nutritional supplements, and then outside with our hair care. So we kind of see like we're looking at the big picture really, and we're wanting to support like the body basically. And
right. So it's an overall whole, not just hair care.
Yeah, more than just hair care.
That.
Exactly.
So tell me more about your vitamins then. I call them vitamins, but supplements is a better word.
No. So I love the name. It's one of my proudest names. Actually, my husband came up with it, but it's called like Tender Love and Hair. So
cute.
Yeah. We were like, yes, that's the one.
Oh, creative. I love that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just basically giving yourself like TLC. So it's a really great multivitamin to take. It's really targeted to help like encourage hair growth, but it's also really help reduce stress, kind of like boost energy levels and support the immune system. So
awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of ingredients are in it?
We've got bamboo extract, which is like the most naturally occurring levels of silica, and silica is like vital for hair growth. And we actually stop producing silica as we grow older, so it's one of the reasons that your hair becomes like quite brittle over time as we age. And we've also got aloe vera, we've got amino acids, vitamin C, a selection of B vitamins, loads and loads of amazing ingredients.
Oh, that sounds good. Do you have other supplements, or is the hair care one the main?
So top secret, we've got another one kind of coming out in the next few weeks. But
spoiler alert, everybody.
Spoiler alert, but
check the website.
Check the website. But it's another hair supplement. But what we're really tapping into is like stress is our pain point, but that stress might be so many different translations. It could be like high pressure, it could be low level anxiety, it could be like for several other different reasons that like even what women go through, like these big
hormonal changes.
Definitely. Exactly. So we're kind of addressing those points in somebody's lifetime.
Good. And it's a key time. I mean, coming out of the pandemic the last 2 years, I think everybody is stressed to the max right now.
Exactly.
I mean, collaboratively around the world.
Exactly. I love this quote. It's like your hair is the last part of your body to receive nutrients, but it's the first to be withheld from. So in times of stress, i.e. the pandemic, it's your hair that's like the first to suffer, because it's like, unfortunately, your hair doesn't your body doesn't really like care about what it looks like. It's like, it's actually your body doing like the right thing. So although it can be quite worrying, it's also like, it's also your body kind of doing the right thing.
So if you're pumping out cortisol all the time, your skin is going to see that, your hair is going to see that. Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense. So how did your hair care journey progress using your homemade remedies, which turned into amazing products? I mean, your hair looks great, so I assume it works.
Do you know what? It grows faster than ever. I actually had it short like here last year, and then like I'm literally just so surprised like how fast it grows.
I love that.
It doesn't sort the greys though. That's the only thing.
Oh, I mean, that's
the greys
natural as we
still
get
there. They're still coming back.
I bleached the crap out of my hair. Do you have products for people who dye their hair?
We do. So our shampoo and conditioner, our shampoo is sulfate free, and we talk a lot about sulfate and silicons, which I'm not going to go like too deep dive because that's like a whole nother conversation. But it's really good for color hair because it helps extend the like lifetime of your color. So sulfates are normally very abrasive, so if you color your hair, it can like wash out the color quicker basically. So we use like a really nice coconut derived cleanser. It's really soft, but it actually has a really good foam to it. So it's just not very stripping, and it's very like nourishing for your scalp.
Nice, I love that. And I bet they all smell amazing. Ben said that they do.
Oh, I know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they've got this kind of like it's almost like spa-like scents, but it's like unisex. It's definitely it's quite.
So like herby kind of scents.
Not herbal, like kind of like a slight tint of like orange. You've got vetiver, amber, like pepper.
Bergamot,
it's very
orange.
Bergamot is in there. Yes. It's a really nice fragrance. It was like really important that we had a really beautiful fragrance, and one that you like love like sniffing
you're gonna
through
smell
the day.
it all the time, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so finally, let's get to a close. But if you had to offer some advice to somebody who's going into the beauty industry that's looking to be more sustainable, what advice would you give them since you've been through it all?
Like go to your local council and speak to their website. Like if it's sustainability that you're really interested in, that was like I would actually recommend anyone to go, not even if they're starting a beauty company, but especially if they're starting a beauty company, because it's just, I learned some like incredible things there, and I think it just, it was really interesting. I just loved it.
Oh, I love that. Thanks for sharing. So where can our viewers buy your products?
So you can buy them directly from our website. So we talk a lot about community, and it comes across in our website as well. So it's We Are Centered.
Okay.
And you can also find us on Instagram at We Are Centered as well.
Awesome. Okay, we'll put the links in the description, which is so great. And on that note, we will come to a close and wrap up the conversation. That was really insightful. Thank you so much for joining me today, Laura.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure.
So much fun.
I know, it's fun. And we did not plan the pink. For those who are listening to only audio, we are in matching hot pink sweaters.
Great minds.
Great minds, think alike. So to all our listeners today, thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you don't miss an episode. Please give us a 5-star review and pop over to Centered, which the link is in the description, and order all their products because they sound amazing. We're going to have to order some for the office. And we will see you on the next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for watching Luxury Insider. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Like, comment, and share it with someone who'd find value in it too. Head on over to our website at www.inventluxe.com to learn more, and we'll see you on the next episode.